low-key regretting that I decided to make June be my rereading month. Not only because we just met Jem. I just got to the part where we met Jem in Clockwork Angel, and I'm sobbing hysterically because it's Jem. But also, I was going through, because I was trying to figure out the books I needed for this haul. And somehow, I not only missed a book from like months ago, but I also have like a small handful. I say small, but two of them are classics, and they're like, so. A small handful of books that I have not gotten to yet. So I'm just gonna sit here and be grumpy, because not only did I miss a book that I bought a few like months ago, but I'm also like, I don't have a bookshelf at the current moment. Like, my books are kind of scattered everywhere, so I don't know about any other books that I may or may not have read yet. So here we are. But it's fine. July, if I can crank through this series in June and finish Percy Jackson, I can go ahead and go on a binge in July. That's what I keep telling myself. I tell myself I won't buy any more books, but somehow Barnes & Noble decides to give me these bad boys. And I get paid tomorrow. Which means I'm gonna go ahead and buy myself a book. Why do I do this to myself? But it's fine. I will get through these books. I'll be dandy and grand. I feel like I just have to make a list of books that I need to read over the summer just to get it out of my way. That might be better. Hey you guys, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my May haul. Now, I bought a total of 3 books, but low-key, watch me somehow magically forget that I bought a book. I should check my... This is so annoying. I just need to list out the books that I end up buying, and that might be a little easier for me. Definitely. Okay, maybe that was the book I bought in April that I just forgot. So we're just gonna call it an April/May haul, but I'm gonna say May. But anyways, this is where I am at right now. With books to read, not enough time to do it, and books that I continue to buy. But without further ado, let's just get into it before I somehow accidentally buy a book online on camera. The first book that I got I'm pretty sure this is the one I got in April? Yes, and if I've hauled this book already, I'm sorry. I don't remember ever hauling this book, but I'm tired. But that is All the Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. Now, this was recommended to me by a friend of mine. She loves thrillers and everything, so finally picked it up. And I don't necessarily know what this book is about, but we'll just kind of read through it. So it's about Libby Day, and when she was only 7 when her mom and her 2 sisters were murdered in a Satan sacrifice in Kansas. She survived, as always. You know, you have to have that lone survivor. And famously testified against her 15-year-old brother. Famously testified that her 15-year-old brother was the killer. 25 years later, Libby secret kill club pumps her for details, and they hope to discover some proof that may free Ben. And Libby hopes to turn a profit out of her tragic history. And then she ends up in an abandoned Oklahoma tourist town and finds herself on the run from a killer. So this sounds really interesting. And it's also a movie now, I believe. Or an HBO series. Anyway, I am excited to get into this. Hopefully I'll get it into... I'm just going to make a list of books that I need to read, honestly. We'll just call it that. But hopefully I'll get into it in either late June or early July. That's the plan for this anyway. But let's hope, and let's hope I don't forget about it. The next book that I bought is actually a collection of short stories that came out I want to say like 2 years ago? Came out 3 years ago. But it didn't come out until paperback until like recently, and I'm not about to drop like $20 on a thing that'll just come out in paperback that's like really thick and short story wise. But that is The Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, and Robin Wasserman. Now, this kind of follows Simon Lewis as he becomes a Shadowhunter in the Shadowhunter realm after the events of City of Heavenly Fire. So he has no you guys probably haven't read it yet, so I'm just not going to spoil it for you. But essentially, it just follows Simon as he goes through the Shadowhunter Academy and kind of puts the mess that is his life back together after what had happened. I'm excited to get into this. My friend already read the books, the novellas in here, and she loved it. and I want to get into it just because it's Simon, and I just love my children from Shadowhunter Academy, like my children from like the Shadowhunter world. So I'm just really stoked to get into it, and hopefully it's just as good as the Bane Chronicles, because the Bane Chronicles had me laughing and crying and angry and just all the emotions. So here's to hoping. Maybe I'll get to this, maybe I'll start it now, honestly. No, because I'm already reading a Shadowhunters book, and that'll make me cry even more. Oh, decisions. But I will get to this during the summertime. We will just leave it at that. The next book that I bought is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Now this came out 2 years ago, and there's already 2 other books. I think the third one's coming out soon, but the second one is Hunting Prince Dracula. But this follows Carrie, and she is essentially the girl who's stalking Jack the Ripper. Like, I don't know too much about it, but everyone that I've heard read about it loves it so much, so I'm just gonna stick with the idea that she loves it. But she goes to school. She is, she loved the Ripper. That's awkward. But she's going to school with her uncle, and her uncle is, I believe, a forensic scientist, or the guy who works in a morgue, one of the two. Very different professions, but similar with like dead bodies and everything. And she ends up, I guess, falling in love with Jack the Ripper. But everyone says this is really great, so I'm expecting nothing but good from it. And like I said, this is going to be one of those books that I need to add to the list of series that I started. Gosh dang it. It's fine. Because that is life for me right now. I have several series that I need to finish. But on the bright side, I'm almost done with the Lunar Chronicles. I just have to get the last book. The last book on this haul, is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. This is also on my to be reread pile for the month of June. And it follows Percy, who is a demigod. He finds out he is Poseidon's son, and has to go through all these trials to kind of clear his name after, I believe, Zeus's property has been stolen, and he's one of the few demigods that are actually part of the holy trinity of demigods. You know, I'm talking about Hades, Zeus, Poseidon, all those fun things, that could not have children. So he's kind of a big deal. Now, I read this book way back in middle school, and I stopped reading the series for whatever reason after like the second or third book. I think I just lost track of the books, and then that happened. But I'm hoping to get to this in June, and I'm very happy to get back into the series because there's a lot of books and a lot of things that I have yet to read with the series. And my sister will kill me because I have not yet read the series, and my best friend just like ripped me a new one via FaceTime because I reminded her that I had not yet finished the series. So it's fine. It's whatever. It's no big deal. I'm just gonna sit here and be grouchy as per usual. But that is it for my May/April, I think, haul. Hopefully I'll have that video where I just talk about what books I need to read soon. I feel like I've already made a video like that, but we'll find out. But if you guys like these kind of videos, hit like, and then subscribe. I try to upload every Wednesday and Saturday unless something happens, in which case you guys will be notified in the next video or somewhere on like the Instagram life. But all my social medias will be down below if you guys want to be my friend. And then I will see you guys on Wednesday with my very first reading vlog. Until then, bye.